anyone who knows me knows that I love to talk. I'm a chatterbox, just ask anyone.
Oh, and it's true. Our speaker loves to talk. And the full length of this TEDx talk goes on for over 15 minutes or so. But in this case, I am only going to be focusing on our speaker's opening gambit, her personal story that establishes the basis for the rest of her presentation, because it really spoke to me. If you would like to see the full video, a link is in the description. But all of that being said, let's take a listen.
I like to think that I'm pretty good at building rapport with my clients. And having spent just under a decade working as a lawyer, I tell you, this is one skill that really came in handy.
All right, so let's take in the facts as we receive them. First, she loves to talk. Second, she's spent nearly a decade as a lawyer. And thirdly, building a rapport with her clients is very useful. Got it.
Now, I remember this one interstate client in particular. We got on like a house on fire.
You got on like a house on fire. That must be some kind of Australian turn of phrase. So I'll assume that it's a good thing.
We spent months corresponding over email and chatting over the phone. And then the day finally came when we would meet face to face.
Wow. Do you see that downcast, sad look on her face? Do you think she's telegraphing something? Because I sure do.
So I walk into the meeting room, and there she is. I say hello, and she kind of gives me this odd look. And she says, "Oh, you must work for Mariam."
You said hello. And never having seen you prior to this, she didn't recognize you. Got it.
And I'm thinking, what does she mean? And then it dawns on me.
It dawned on you that she has a completely logical reason not to recognize someone that she has never seen before, and after hearing a single spoken word? It dawned on you that a voice she has heard only over the phone prior to that moment may not sound exactly the same to her, and certainly not after only hearing a single word? Is that what dawned on you?
She must think I'm the legal secretary or the assistant, perhaps. Now, not that there's anything wrong with having those jobs, but it seems that in her mind, the voice that she's heard on the phone all these months doesn't seem to correspond to the person standing in front of her.
Ah, so you're a mind reader. You know what she was thinking and why she was thinking it. It couldn't have been that on the basis of a single informal greeting on your part, saying hello, rather than saying something like, "Judy, it's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Miriam." It couldn't have been that perhaps you hadn't given your client enough information for her to recognize your voice. No, you understand her reaction completely, since it's your imagination that you are projecting onto her. Got it.
Rather unconvincingly at that point, I say, "No, I am Mariam." And then I start to doubt myself.
You start to doubt yourself. How? Do you start to doubt that you are Miriam? Well, now that would be an existential crisis. Regardless, do you notice how you are doing this to yourself?
And all those months of rapport building just goes down the drain at that point.
It does? Why? Over an awkward misunderstanding? Really? You were not able to recover from that? I would think that your client would be the embarrassed one, and your graciousness in waving it off would set things right. Right?
Right?
As I start again, from scratch, to win her over.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. How is her mistake a mark in your disfavor? Because either your client is the most self-absorbed, thin-egoed woman on the planet, or you are.
I do, of course, eventually win her over, but it was a lot of time and effort wasted, and ultimately yet another hit to my confidence.
That is your problem, not hers. The operative term in self-confidence is self. No one else is responsible for your self-confidence.
And the thing is, I have other experiences like that one. And I know plenty of other folks who do too. So today, I want to reflect on how stereotyping, unconscious bias, and societal privilege operates in such a way that creates an unequal playing field for diverse minority groups.
Yes, your client did not recognize you with only the single word of hello. Therefore, you are the victim of stereotyping. Therefore, your client was biased against you because you knew what she was thinking. Therefore, you are being oppressed as a minority. Got it. And that's as far as I am going to go with this one. When you have a thesis statement like that at the top of your essay, there's not much mystery as to where the body of the paper will go. So remember, kids, if someone doesn't immediately, and without any context or identifying information, recognize you for the awesome, important, and outstanding person that you are, they are a villain. And you are a victim. And you can then seek the pity of others on the basis of your own overblown sense of self-importance, which of course must always exceed your self-confidence. Because having your feelings hurt, well, that is indeed the greatest crime of modern society. As always, thank you for watching.